Hello friends, welcome back to the Collections YouTube channel. Second video in a week. That must mean that the records are coming in hot and heavy. Now this is the, oh god, we're not at 10 episodes of the vinyl yet, but this is either I think this is either 7, 8, or 9. I think. Man, I should probably just keep track of this going forward. Oh well, what are you gonna do? This is kind of I don't know what we're gonna call this, but right now I'm just thinking of securing the bag. We're gonna call this securing the bag. This is a bag of records purchased from Vintage Vinyl in Woodbridge, New Jersey, the almighty Vintage Vinyl in Woodbridge / Fords, New Jersey. One of the greatest vinyl record stores you'll ever go to. I've been going there for I think almost a decade now. Since I've been a mainstay there since they started doing in-stores of bands that I knew. I remember going to see, I've seen Bayside there a bunch of times, the Menzingers, the Gaslight Anthem. I've seen a ton of bands there. So happy that they're hopefully going to be back to booking shows pretty soon, and you know, just can't wait. And luckily I was able to go there, get a couple of really cool records, including the album that I have listed as my album of the year for 2021 so far. I reserve the right to change it, just so you know. But anyway, we're going to take a look inside this bag and see what we were able to pick up over the weekend from Vintage Vinyl. So let's flip it over. Just wanted to show off this bag because you'll be seeing it a lot. This bag was actually, I got this from Vintage Vinyl. It's the Menzingers. Obviously it's in promotion of their album Hello Exile. If you bought your copy of Hello Exile from an independent record store like Vintage Vinyl, you got this bag. Vintage Vinyl was doing that promotion. I went there to see Bayside. The Menzingers album was there. Bought the Menzingers album, obviously. Got the bag with it. And now it's going to come with me every time I go there. And it makes shopping a lot easier. You don't have to wonder where you're going to put your records, how you're going to hold them while you're looking through other stuff. You just keep the bag on your shoulder, keep the records you're going to buy in the bag. It's the easiest thing. All right. So I want to make sure, I may end up pulling this off camera for a second because I want to make sure that I get the right record out first without revealing it to you. But here we go with record number 1. There are 2 in the bag, and this one, whew, this one was a doozy. This one, I go to record stores a lot. Sometimes I go there and I have records in my hand and I'm just like, if I don't find anything else, I'll probably buy this. And so at this point, when I found this record, I would probably say I had 2 or 3 records in my hand, and I put 2 of them back because I knew I was going to buy this one. This is one of my favorite metalcore albums of all time. This is a 2010 release from Norma Jean. It's called Meridional. It is such an unbelievable departure from where they were, what kind of music they were making. Very progressive, very atmospheric type songs that you weren't used to. You know, you're used to the more straightforward kind of stuff with breakdowns and with, you know, the heavy chugging riffs and all that stuff. And you got that with this Norma Jean record, but you also got, you know, some really expansive stuff, and you know, it's an album, it's one of the very few albums that's as ambitious as its artwork. As you can tell, there's kind of a lot going on, and that's actually a little bit difficult to see it. So why don't we quickly get this cellophane open so I can show off this record. And for those of you keeping score at home, I bumped the camera 3 different times while I was unwrapping that record. Still working on the camera setup. I actually just bumped it again. But anyway, here it is. Norma Jean's Meridional, one of their best releases in their prolific and very long career. There's a lot going on with this album artwork. I can't say I understand all of it. Can't even really say I like it, but I do like the songs on the album. Don't judge an album by its cover. Here's the track listing, also showing you know, which songs are on which side. This is a double disc. It was part of a release of the Record Store Day Black Friday drops that happened in 2020. So obviously pandemic kind of hindered what they were able to do with this. I didn't even know this was out, and then I saw it, and I just knew I had to have it. The only other time I've seen this available, it was at another independent store, used for about $50, because that's how rare it was before this repress happened. I don't even know, I didn't even really look into it after I bought the record. I was just so happy to have it. And so now we're gonna kind of take a look, because I don't even know what color these records are going to be. But first, let's get a nice wide shot of the artwork. Just more craziness. Kind of got like an elephant two elephants mangled together. One of them's decaying. There's a guy with some octopus tentacles reaching for him down here. This is pretty unbelievable. But either way, let's get these records open and let's check out the first disc. Here's Meridional. Here it is on the back. Looks like we've got the lyrics on this one, so it'll be interesting to see what the other disc jacket is going to have. But here it is, the big reveal. Again, we don't know, so we assume it's black, and then we're not disappointed if it's something else. Oh my goodness, look at that beauty. Here's side one. See the artwork, somebody reflecting. Then you've got some tentacles reaching out. And then you've got, actually this is an extension of this artwork on the jacket. There it is on the jacket. Bump the camera again, there it is on the record. Sorry about that, everybody, but this is, I guess this is a clear with blue swirl. I mean, it looks different depending on the way the light hits it. That is a beautiful record, and one that I did not know was gonna come out of this sleeve. So we're off to a good start. This is I'm so happy to have this. So on this side, we've got the credits of the album telling us who the members of the band are. Who did what on the album, additional vocals, all that kind of good stuff. And then on the back, we've got each individual member giving their thank yous. We've also got the band thank yous, very, very cool. And we know what it's gonna look like, I think. Oh, wow. It looks like they went heavy on the blue for this clear with blue swirl. This record almost looks turquoise, depending on the way you hold it up in the light. I mean, this is an unbelievably beautiful record. So happy with how this came out. And when you get color like this, it's gonna look so good on the turntable. It's gonna look so good in pictures, and it's just such a great way to immortalize. Like I said, this is easily my favorite Norma Jean album. A lot of people would probably tell you that this is their best album, and from what I'm kind of seeing, it kind of looks like this section right here. This section of the artwork was kind of what they were going for with the record, so it's cool that you can kind of look at the artwork and see the direction that they wanted to go with how they wanted the vinyl to look. Very, very cool. So that's Norma Jean Meridional. That's record number 1 that we got from Vintage Vinyl over the weekend. Let's get our bag back in frame. Shout out to the Menzingers. We've got plenty of records from them in the collection already. Hoping to add some more as I bump the camera for a 5th time now. And this is the one that I alluded to earlier. This record that I'm about to pull out is my current best album of the year, my favorite album of the year. Just an unbelievable listen, and I'll kill the suspense. It's Manchester Orchestra, The Million Masks of God. This is an unbelievable album. This band is so sonically gifted. They're such good songwriters. And it's funny because you see this sticker here on the side. That's supposed to be here. Oops. See, this is a sticker. It's supposed to be up here. Here's the price sticker. And Vintage Vinyl does this awesome thing where if they know it's a colored vinyl, they'll put a sticker on it and tell you what the color is. And so everything's kind of misplaced because the vinyl manufacturer put this sticker on the wrong side of the record. Speaking of the record, let's take a look at this thing. Let's get it open and let's quickly unwrap some more cellophane. Alright, so I should mention, because I don't think I did before, this is the deluxe edition of the record, and you can kind of tell there's still some serious light reflection going on. It's a very glossy finish. There's kind of a ridge around the circle of the album artwork. Very, very cool. Cool feel to it. We've got, our lantern keeper right here. There's a lot of speckles up here. If you look in and zoom in on the record, it's actually what looks like bodies ascending upward to heaven for God. Here's the back of it. Again, still that glossy feel. You got the embossed track listing. I mean, this feels incredible already. Didn't mention this before, but 2 gatefold records, so very easy to open, always appreciated. But let's get this jacket open and let's see what it looks like on the inside. We've got, looks like somebody's ascending on this side, looks like somebody's falling on the other. So that very interesting duality. I think you can kind of see it. It's much better if you get the record yourself and take a look, but yeah, If you see the light reflecting, you've got the images of those souls ascending that we got on the front of the cover. Very, very cool record so far. Looks like it's only one disc, and as you saw, it's pink and white. So here's the, oh, almost a spoiler there. Some of you may have actually saw the record, that's fine. Some more artwork. And over here, it looks like we've got the credits of the album. And so maybe we've got, since this is a deluxe edition, maybe a bigger lyric booklet. But here is the white / pink record. Almost like pink smashed onto a white record. And they just said, let's just let this sit and see how it goes. You got a really nice marbling effect to it. This I'm holding is side B right now. Here's side A telling you the records. You got Loma Vista, the record company or the record label that Manchester Orchestra are signed to. Absolutely phenomenal. Just a beautiful looking record, a beautiful sounding record as well. As you know, my favorite album of the year so far. I've already mentioned it. And it looks like we've got something else in here. Let's take a look. Ooh. I may end up having to call this a Tiger's Jaw special. Because as you know, I think it was Vinyl Haul episode 1. We opened the new Tiger's Jaw record. Another one of my favorites from the beginning of the year, by the way. I Won't Care How You Remember Me came with a gigantic poster of the band, and it looks like this is a poster as well. We're going to open it this way so you see the artwork, which is an enlarged version of the artwork that we saw. This would be something that I think would look really cool, but this is not. You do not need to adjust anything. I don't need to adjust anything. This is how the artwork looks. And on the other side, we've got all of the lyrics to this phenomenally written album. Some additional artwork, like we said. The duality of somebody rising, somebody falling. You've got the lyrics here. Phenomenally written record. A phenomenally produced record. And a phenomenally packaged record as well. This is the Manchester Orchestra album, The Million Masks of God. Pound for pound, what I think to be probably my favorite album of the year. I don't know. I know there's probably a lot of bands who are kind of waiting for all of this COVID stuff to subside so that they can figure out if they're going to release an album this year. But for any band who has put out an album right now, this is my favorite one. Let's take another quick look at Meridional from Norma Jean. And actually, I think we can fit both in the shot. We can. So this was it. A light day, but certainly an expensive one. These are two big records, Meridional and a gigantic checklist off of the White Whale bucket list of records that I needed to add to my collection for it to feel more complete. The Million Masks of God. It's a layup. I have almost every single Manchester Orchestra record, working on completing that collection. I think I can probably get that one done by the end of the year. You'll obviously see another Vinyl Haul video about that. So anyway, again, shout out to Vintage Vinyl. They held it down for the pandemic. Hopefully we'll be seeing some shows there soon enough this year. Can't wait to go back to buy some more records and can't wait to go back and see some more shows. Hopefully going to shows, buying records, all that good stuff. And you'll find it here on the Collections YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. In the comments, let me know what you think of either of these records, if you've heard of them. If you're looking for song recommendations, feel free to hit up the comments, hit up the DMs. I would gladly talk for hours on end about both of these bands. Very excited to see where they go from here. And very excited for you guys to see the next episode of the Vinyl Haul, which is coming soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe if you do feel so inclined, and have a great day.